Justice League Dark issue 27, Ram V writing, Amanke Nahulpin on the art. On you go.
Yeah, this picks up right where we left off, with Constantine having been very badly injured by the Upside Down Man. And it's basically, he kind of reveals his strategy as to like why the Upside Down Man's going to lose here, because it's kind of funny. It ties back into what we were actually talking about in the Death Metal one shot this week, the Rise of the New God, with belief. So much of it comes down to belief, and the idea that in their world, magic has a cost, and it has a cost because they all acknowledge and believe that yes, magic has a cost. And the Upside Down Man has never had this before, and in his world, he's just he's all powerful, and it's fine. But now Constantine has planted that seed of doubt. That seed of doubt, and that's enough for the belief that he had in his absolute power to be shaken. Maybe he doesn't believe that all magic has a cost yet, but just the fact that he's kind of gone, but maybe, is enough that, okay, his belief in his absolute power is broken. So now he can be beaten, is kind of the theory here. And that's like the opening of the issue. And the rest of it is we get some gorgeous fine stuff. So we have a Wonder Woman contact Cersei. He's like, hey, can I borrow that Hecate's power that you still had? And I know you've been like making some nice little green spaces and life, and you're doing great over there. I'll give you all back and let you protect it all, but kind of need that power right now. And that's when we get this just phenomenal double page spread of all of the team kind of bursting into action. Wonder Woman kind of, we're going to protect the Earth, and you got Chimp, Fate, Swamp Thing, Man-Bat, and Zatanna all kind of having a little moment like that on this 2-page spread. All in these vertical strips, very nicely done. And then the fight begins. You have gorgeous art of Wonder Woman just kind of smashing into the Upside Down Man with a shield. She's like glowing white with the Hecate symbol as well on her forehead at the minute. So she actually has this effervescent glow coming off her in the coloring, which just works so well. You have Fate kind of summoning up some chains to bind him, and then Wonder Woman stabbing him with the sword, and they're all kind of doing their bit. And Man-Bat uses his potion that he's kind of been cooking up. That will kind of help restore a bunch of life, but it doesn't have the biochemical element that it needs. And this is where Swamp Thing seemingly sacrifices himself, or at least his body, to become one with this, and to give way into establishing life in this reality. And because life exists, there's now natural law in this place that before didn't follow any of these real world rules that we have. And it's again it grounds the place and kind of makes it a reality rather than just this pocket dimension of random space that anything can happen in. It's kind of trying to essentially force this place to accept the rules of the world so that they can use the rules to win. It's quite an interesting way of using the rules of magic in that sense. Khalid's kind of struggling. He's doing his bit, but it's going to take a huge amount of energy. And Naboo basically is like, "Hey, Khalid, you've done enough." And out comes Kent, and it's like, "Look, this is going to probably destroy your body. You doing this." That's how much energy is going to kind of be channeled through you here, Ken. And is Naboo saying this? And Ken's like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, I got this. I've had my time, and it's only fair I'm the one that takes that kind of sacrifice rather than Khalid, because he's got a whole life ahead of him. And he does, and he lets off this enormous blast on the Upside Down Man, and it does nothing. Not nothing. I mean, he's injured. He's torn apart a bit, but he's still there. He's still kicking. And this is where it comes down to the final moments of the issue, where Zatanna is kind of understanding that this has kind of always been down to her. She's the one that kind of had this connection. We've had this Zatara stuff going along for a while now in this arc. And the part about her and backwards magic specifically is stronger here in the upside down world. And the idea that no, of course, but there must be a cost. And she starts, kind of backwards. My body is your body. My mind is your mind. Our thoughts are one. Our actions are one. And then the final page is they've merged, and it is this horrific. And I mean that truly horrific body horror image of the Upside Down Man mixed with Zatanna. And you've got like Zatanna's body kind of, and then like it'll just be like an Upside Down Man arm and a Zatanna arm sticking out, and like the Upside Down Man eyes all over the body, just with the mouth, of Upside Down Man, and with Zatanna's eyes above it, like the top half of her head. It's creepy as shit. It's a fantastic drawing. It's brilliant, and that's the final cliffhanger. Like, oh god, what the hell have you done? And I think the next issue is the last issue of not the run, but kind of the run so far. It's going to be closing off this Upside Down Man saga that we've kind of been dealing with since the start. So I believe it's then going into Endless Winter, and then obviously we've got Future State. So I'll be coming back in March with kind of the start of Ramvi's real run. Like all this stuff so far that he's been doing has been finishing Tynan's run, essentially. And this is the penultimate issue of what Tynan's run kind of was in many ways. But it delivers on such a high bar of this. Everything is firing all cylinders. The art is gorgeous. The 2-page spread where Swamp Thing's kind of sacrificing himself is phenomenal. The coloring on that in particular, the way it does a lot of like faded colors at points, but then it's got these glowing purple cosmic light glows around the edges. Incredible stuff, and the way the lighting is worked on, the colors of the lighting are worked around like Dr. Fate's spells. It's so vibrant, this issue, and it's offset against just lots of panels of sheer blackness and just the sky, in this universe. That just this dichotomy of it is kind of what works so well, and fundamentally ties in really well thematically with what's going on here with Zatanna at the end. So yeah, everything's just firing all cylinders. This is a 9 for me.
Okay.